This is the Iron Trader, and it is Hump Day, which means it is Crude Day. It's also Valentine's Day, so you want to go out and get your sweetheart something nice. Otherwise, you might be sleeping in the old doghouse. Okay, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, before we get started, the API numbers came out yesterday at 4:30, and they were pretty mixed. Crude oil had a build of 8.5 million barrels. Gasoline had a draw of 7.2 million. Distillates had a draw of 4 million, and Cushing had a build of 0.5 million. So remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. We'll see how that all confirms. All right, let's take a look at the old charts here. Well, let's see on your old daily chart. Okay, so quick review here. We had a low 75.54, 75.52. Nice double bottom. That told you got to get long, okay? Especially when you had a bottoming tail, okay? So then the next day, we have this higher high and a higher low. Now today, so far, we have an indecision candle, but you are right in the thick of this here now, okay? So 78.04. Real-time price right now is 77.95, so you're just about right there. Now, this is another one we want to watch is this 21-day at 77.72, okay? So you can see where you're into it. The key is you need to close above, okay? So what we want to do, let's just take a look at the upside. So what we want to watch first is this 100 SMA sitting at 78.04. That's going to be very, very key on a closing basis. The next resistance level is going to be 78.47. And then what we have up here is you have your a retest going on here at 79.29 here. So okay, so again, watch the previous day's high, low, and close, so that a 78.47 here is going to be your next level here. If we can get above this key 78.04 and then 79.29. Now, again, if you can get above that 79.29, then we just look to the left of the chart right here. So we have this nice double top situation. So your next level will be 79.60 and then 79.77. Then we just work yourself right on up here. So what we have, we look to the top of this candle, is you're looking at 81.05 here. We have 82.24, and then we just follow the price line channels right across. So you have 83.60, and then we'll come right to the next level. Is what we have is you have 85.90, and then we have your next level of going to be big time resistance is going to be your 89.85. So basically what you want to do is when you trade, you just want to go level to level. So when you put these price channels on, it's really good because as it's selling down, it leaves that nice little notch for you. So you know exactly where the next resistance level is. It just makes easy to look. So when we look at a chart, you say, oh yeah, it's going here, it's going there, it's going there. Okay, but the key is going to be is this 100 SMA. This is going to be very, very crucial that on this 100 SMA here, which is at 78.04, and then we looked yesterday's high at that 78.47, and then we have a nice retest there of 79.29. Here now on our weekly chart here, this is going to be very, very crucial, that 77.72 here on a closing basis. Now again, that'd be for the week, is you want to close above that, okay? But when we look at like this candle where it ran, this big engulfing candle, it went right into it and then came right on down. See this, like the following day, went right into that 50-day resistance and then came right on down. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. So on the downside here, what we want to watch is this a key 200 SMA here. This is going to be very, very key. Let me see if I can get it in there. There it is. Okay, 77.45. That is going to be the level that you're going to want to watch is 77.45. That is your 200 SMA. And then right below it here, we have 77.31. That's going to be very, very key support levels. Now, again, if that's lost, then we'll just follow this candle. You have 76.87 going on right there. And then we come to this candle. You have 76.59. And then we just follow it down. You have 75.93, and then you have that retest there of 75.54. The key level here is going to be like this 8 SMA, 75.75, and then we have your 75.38, and then we come over here, we have your 74.58. Now, you really need to hold that 74.58 here by Friday. That'd be the whole a week kind of a situation, because you have like a pinball action here between your 50 day, your 21 day, and your 8 SMA. So we got to see which one is going to win out of this situation. But as this gets tighter, see how that 8 day is rolling on up here. See the 200 day. That's going to become a very, very tight scenario. So it's either going to break down, but I really think she's going to break right on up here the way it looks. Now, I like this 8 SMA. See how it rounded up here, and now it curled right back up. Now you're above the 21 day, you're above the 50 day. Very, very nice here. So as this 8 SMA comes up, even if the price comes down and holds that 8 SMA, you're still in very, very bullish mode. Now, again, if this is lost, say you lose the 8 and the 21 day, well, we'll just come to the top of that candle. You're looking at 74.22. Top of this candle, 73.82, and then we have your 73.50 sitting right there, which is really, really good support. Now, if you look at that 50-day, it was just on an absolute downtrend, but now it leveled off, and now looks like it wants a curl right on up, which is always very, very bullish. But if that 73.50 is lost, then we have a nice target right there at 72.34, and we can see exactly how many times that it is held. So you take something really, dramatic here to lose that 200 day, and look how many times here on a weekly, how many weeklies that this is actually held. Okay, so now you look at your RSI. Yeah, you're sitting at 60. You got plenty of room to the upside. Your MACD is very bullish. Your green is above your red. And this weekly chart here, your green is now just above the red, which is very, very bullish also. That shows that you got momentum there on to the upside. So we have a really, really nice candlestick here pattern here off this support levels. So you had, bottom line here, you had that 71.41. Then we just looked to the left of the chart. You had that 71.23. So that was a really nice, good double bottom with a higher low. Rallied right on up here. Now, this could have been a possible bull flag, like I pointed out, because it went into the 21 day, couldn't do it, just like what we have here. However, once it broke above and you went above this candle, well, that negates that pattern, and then she's just shooting right up higher. Now, the question is going to be, can it break above this key 100 day at 78.04 and then go to that 79.29? Eventually, it's going to. Now, again, we got to see how it's all going to shake out today. Remember that EIA report will be out today at 10:30. We got to see how it shakes out. So, bottom line, upside, watch that 78.04. If that gets above that, we come to 78.47, and then 79.29 is your target. On the downside, 77.45. That's what you want to watch. Key support level right below it. Key support level 77.31. Okay, if that's lost, we follow the candles. The next level is going to be 76.87 here, and then we really literally want to watch that 75.75, and then we want to watch your 75.38, and then your 74.58. So you got really good support here, but you got some strong resistance. But now you can see where if you can stay above this 200 day and above that 50 SMA, that gives you a good shot here of going to the retest. Now, when this gets up there, and eventually it will retest that 79.29, we got to see what's going to happen. Is it going to be a situation like this where you double top and then this comes on down, or is it going to break through? So if it breaks through, remember, just follow these candles all the way on up here. Now, okay, until you get some kind of a retest, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way to 95.03, like today or anything, but that would be your big shot is what you're going to be going to. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on with natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now you can just see here on your daily chart, it just falls right off the mat. Now, I've been pointing out this 8 SMA here because once we had that contract roll, that was that candle there. What comes is this thing, it's just been going on the downslide. So realistically, the price needs to get back above and close above that at 8 SMA here. Now you can see where you're just putting in a series here of everything is just getting lower, lower, lower here by the day. But again, okay, this is natural gas. You're really in the shoulder season here now. But again, if you have a real hot summer, that gives you the catalyst where all the power plants are going to need to be, reduced here. for all the air conditioning systems and so on and so forth. So don't ever say, I'll count it out here. Just trade the chart. So I've been trading at KOLD on the short side. I'm not holding it overnight. Crude oil I will hold overnight. But that natural gas, you don't know what's going to happen when you get up in the morning. So you're better off just scalping it here. So yesterday I did really good on the coal. The day before I did really good on the coal there. So, I think I got like 15, 16 points there easy here, just scalping the coal here and the during the day. So never really have an opinion, even though this has fallen right off the map. So what we want to do, let's look at the upside here first, is you want to get back on top of here. This is 1.786. And then this is going to be your key level, this 1.86. Above that, we just follow the candles up. Right here, what we have, you got 1.88. We have 1.99, 2.04, 2.10. 2.12, but realistically, this is the candle we're looking for here, is that 2.16. That's your gap, and then look to the bottom of that candle, 2.42, there's your fill, okay? So your gap and your fill. But this all doesn't mean anything unless you can get it back above that key 8 SMA. That is going to be very, very crucial, that key 8 SMA. Now, you can see on a weekly here, this is really, really nothing here. This was the key level here, this 1.946. That is what you wanted to maintain, but obviously it lost it. But when you look on the monthly chart here, your price channels are still intact, okay? So there's that 1.946. That's what we're actually looking for to get back into this, to the game, as they say, okay? But now, when we look at what we have here, if this goes lower, as actually what it keeps on doing, 1.65, we'll just look to the left of the chart here and see exactly what we have here, okay? So right there, that's the level we're looking at right now. That's 1.64. So right now you're at the low is 1.65. So that would be next. And then we follow this candle, you have 1.60, okay? So then what we have here is you have 1.52, and then your rig retest here is 1.44. But for today, you just want to watch that 1.64 candle to see if that will hold here on a closing basis. If not, we just follow the 1.6, 1.52, and then 1.44 is what we have. When you look at the RSI here, this has ways to go on about. This is completely bearish. This is completely bearish. The MACD here, this is just, there's nothing. That's just like a pitchfork going on down. Now we're getting into oversold conditions here on your RSI here on your daily. So it's going to be a matter of time before you're going to get a short squeeze here going on in natgas. The question is, where is it going to settle into? Is it going to get, there's that 1.64 level that we were looking for right there now. So basically, is it going to go lower and it's going to retest this 1.44, or is it going to try to hang right in there? But right now, that 1.64, that's the next. And then remember, the next level is going to be that 1.60 flat. That's what we're looking for, is going to be next. And then 1.52 and then 1.44 is reached. Now, again, if you lose this, man, that's going to be man out the window time. You're going to go right down to $1, which is not really good. Now, again, when the consumers, they say, okay, natural gas is coming down. But remember, companies like DTE and everything, they have contracts. They're already locked into a price. So even if this natural gas falls today, that doesn't mean your heating bill is going to be instantly going down. It doesn't work like that. They're locked into their price, and maybe down the road it might get a little bit cheaper. But I have always found out that bills never go down; they always seem to go on up. So let's take a look here at an hourly and a 4-hour chart. Okay, here we have an hourly chart here. Now you can just see here a series of lower highs and lower lows. She's just going right down to the bottom. Right there's that 1.64. Okay, so obviously next is going to be that 1.60, and then you're into the 1.5s, and then all the way down to that 1.4. But right now, I don't see anything here that says, hey, this is a nice, good buying opportunity. Because what we did here is you had your price channel going here at 1.65, and now you already lost it. Unless this candle can turn into a red dog where it comes on down and then closes right back up. But right now, there's just absolutely nothing here on the long side. But again, I always look for scalps. I use the UNG or the boil for the long side. But right now, I don't see anything where the risk to reward is just isn't there until I can see some kind of a sign. So there's other stuff to trade. It's not like there's nothing else to trade out there. So um, here's on your 4 hour chart. Well, you can obviously see here. You just go right on down. Now, when you look at this 8 SMA, this is the next where resistance where you really need to get above. That's at 1.69. And then we can come up to your 200-day, 21 SMA here, 1.76. And then we have your 50-day here at 1.91. But realistically, you got to get it back at least above this 1.69 here, because otherwise this is just like a big waterfall situation. So right now here, the trade obviously is on the short side here. But again, remember, natural gas, they don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. That thing can turn on a dime. So always stay sharp, especially when you're trading your own natural gas. Okay, I'll have more for you on crude and natural gas here. It'll be later today, probably around 5 o'clock area. And we'll go a little bit more in depth, and we'll see how it all shakes out. And remember, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. All right, thanks for watching.